and the Rosa mountain group, with the 4,634 meters of its highest peak, the Dufour Point, towering not only over the pearl of the Anzasca Valley, Macugnaga, renowned tourist and skiing site, but also standing out as undisputed lord of the Ossolani Mountains. Monte Rosa. Because of dawn and dusk, its peaks are tinted pink, but its name comes from the ancient Val d'Aosta dialect word rugia, meaning glacier. On Rosa, on Gnifetti Point to be precise, the highest alpine refuge in Europe, the Capanna Regina Margherita rises at an altitude of 4,554 meters. Other than welcoming climbing alpinists, it's also the site of meteorological station and research centre on the effects of high altitudes on the human body. The Capanna was inaugurated on August the 18th, 1883, and cost 7,094 lira and 55 centesimi. The legend tells us that everyone contributed a lira on inauguration day, including the works manager. But if the Monte Rosa chain dictates the rules for the peaks, the Motorone is the nearest and easiest to hand destination for day tourism. More than a real and proper mountain, the Motorone is a hill massif between Lake Maggiore and Lake d'Orta, from whose rounded heights a grandiose view can be enjoyed that ranges 360 degrees from the Maritime Alps to Monte Rosa and sweeps across the Padana Plain and the Seven Lakes, straddling Piedmont and Lombardy. Motorone is called the Mountain of the Two Lakes, precisely because of its position. However fantastic and marvellous it may be and is, the Bella Isle is extremely beautiful. This is how Charles Dickens described one of the jewels of Lake Maggiore. But it's the isles as a whole that represent the uniqueness of Verbano and Lake d'Orta, each with an undeniable and unequalled singularity in combining nature and architecture. Where the land emerges from the lake, man has respected its conformity, donating history and clever naturalistic choreography. This is the case of the Borromeo Palace and its gardens. Also singular, however, is the mastery of the gardeners, who vivify the gardens of the Madre Isle, a corner that seems wild but is scientifically tended. Not gardens, but the daily life of fishermen animates the islands that bears their name in the Borromeo Gulf of Lake Maggiore, the Isola dei Pescatori. And it's the isles that are also the protagonists in the Alto Verbano, the Canaro Castles, 3 rocky isles, upon 2 of which are the ruins of ancient fortifications. They were constructed between the 11th and 12th centuries and called Malpaga. The blue flag of the Lega Ambiente, Environmental League, flies over the lake waters surrounding the isles, bearing the name of the Canaro municipality, the small town noted for its great tourist appeal. They're called the Canaro Castles. They're in the Cannobio municipal area and the Alto Verbano municipal area at the border with Canton Ticino, that together with its historical, commercial and tourist nucleus is one of the most sought-after holiday destinations by foreigners. And finally, in Cusio, the Orta San Giulio Isle, dominated by the Basilica and the Mater Ecclesiae Monastery, a convent of cloistered Benedictine nuns. A little less than 300 meters long, where silence reigns supreme. Opposite, the ancient town of Orta, a fascinating place whose alleyways are trodden by thousands of visitors in every month of the year. If the gardens are one of the attractions of the Borromeo Isles, the luxuriant natural explosion of the traditional gardens of the Lake Maggiore villas are not to be undervalued. Villa Taranto, for example. The fame it enjoys throughout the world does not exonerate even the most hurried from spending at least a couple of hours there. The look of the Villa Taranto garden today is not the result of spontaneity, but the outcome of a laborious development shaped over time by Captain McKicken in 1931. Entering the gardens of the villa is like making a journey through distant countries. From Verbania to Stresa, for a pause in the Villa Pallavicino Park, which winds around a villa built at the end of the 19th century. The breathtaking panorama and the particular care in managing the space make it an ideal place to spend leisure time in harmony with nature. The Alpine Botanical Garden on the hills overlooking Stresa dominates the entire Borromeo Gulf at one glance. The specialization of this natural area consists of botanical species coming from the alpine and the subalpine plain of the Alps.